Hello and welcome to episode 76 of the Game Boy Podcast. Or not 76, it's 75. I don't know why it says 76 on there.
From
But
the future.
yeah, 3/4 of the way to episode 100, which is pretty cool. Uh, but this is your weekly dose of lightning in a bottle. I am here joined by a lovely crew, filled out by none other than Cody and Jason. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey.
I'm checking my mic. I don't know if that's coming up on the podcast. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't really hear anything. But
Okay. There's always something technical going on.
yeah, we should keep it going, you know?
Yeah,
This is
Jason,
an
how are
uncut
you?
version.
I'm trying to salvage. Picking up the
Way to
pieces
kill some
right now.
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can go ahead and jump into it. There's quite a bit of news this week, so that'll take up some time. Again, the official podcast of thegameball.com. Let's jump into what we're playing. Jason, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I've been playing Hyper Light Drifter, which I really like. Probably one of my favorite downloadable titles this year. If you haven't played it, it kind of looks like almost like in the style of like a 16-bit Zelda, although it doesn't really play like one. But it is definitely like a classic kind of action adventure title. It's pretty challenging. A lot of people compare it to Souls. I wouldn't say like that's really fair. I hate when people like make that
Yeah.
comparison all the time because something's challenging. They're always like, it's like Souls. Um,
It's like
but no,
Titan Souls.
yeah, it's like Titan Souls. No, it borrows a lot from Metroid though. Definitely, like a lot of the hidden objects are hidden in the same kind of way like a Metroid would behind like hidden walls, and like something will look kind of like a pixel off, and like you can shoot through that wall or whatever to go get an item. But yeah, really cool. Like when you start the game, you got like three different directions you can go, like north, east, or west, and you have to like go in each direction, like defeat that area, and move on and defeat all the other areas to open up like a southern area. So there's only like 5 bosses in this game. It's pretty short. It's like a 5-hour game, but it's definitely challenging. I just went for the platinum, which is pretty insane. That's probably one of the craziest platinums I've gone for. You have to beat the game without dying. So I
Is that
was
the
I
hardest
was
trophy?
yeah, I was fuming. I first attempt I got like 3.5 hours in and died on like I think it was the third fourth boss. So I only had like one more after that, and I was so furious. Like I wasn't even on the boss. Like I beat the boss and I got killed by a trap. There's a bunch of traps that'll kill you in one hit in this game. So like very very unfair. Like I got to that section again and I was like a nervous wreck. I was like, man, if I just like step just wrong or something and get like crushed by one of these rocks or pillars or want to set off one of these traps, like I'm just done. I'm not even gonna go for this anymore. But was able to do it on second try, so I was pretty happy about that.
I always wanted to get. There was a Mega Man 10 achievement, and it was to beat the game without getting hit.
Yeah,
And I always wanted that so bad. I beat the game without
Dying.
losing a life, I think. But that was as far as it went.
I think I got that with. They had the same thing with 9,
Yeah.
but I did it on Wii because I think they had like a separate achievement system put into the
Yeah.
game since they don't have achievements on there, and I was like, man, there's really like nothing to show for myself because like I wish I would have done it on like PSN or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still fun to go after and do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been playing No Man's Sky, but I think I definitely haven't played as much as Grant, so I'll save that for you.
How much have you played of No Man's Sky?
I've warped, I think, 4 times now.
Oh, okay.
So
So
yeah,
not
and I
much.
definitely, but you guys are definitely like mentioning stuff in the No Man's Sky chat that I haven't seen. So I'm very curious to see what you guys have or what you have to say about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone talked about it last week when it came out. But I was not at that episode, so it's my time to sort of give my opinion of it. I didn't play it until a couple days after it came out. But so I first started, I really enjoyed it. Like you don't really notice until you play it just how like it's kind of unbelievable how massive the game is. Like just on a scope level, sort of because so you spawn in on your first planet. And then once you repair your ship, you fly out of the atmosphere, and then you look, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a planet. Like, it's the first, kind of the first game I played that actually makes you feel like you're, I don't know, like kind of I guess just in space, just because of how expansive it is. Um, as far as it's not a perfect game by any means, there are quite a lot of flaws, quite a bit of flaws. But I mean, like sort of the gameplay can get repetitive at times, but I feel like once like you sort of get in a I don't know, sort of a mundane loop, but then once you're about to like, I don't know about this game, it sort of introduces some new, I don't know, like mechanic or just interesting piece of gameplay that makes you want to continue playing. I've warped about 8 times, I think. I'm trying to warp to, so like the Atlas Pass things that you need.
Yeah, I got questions about that too. Like,
Yeah,
did you get the Atlas Pass?
I don't have it yet, but I know how I can get it. So eventually, after you warp, sometimes you'll come across a star system that has I think it's called like an Atlas core or something like that. I don't
Hmm.
know. It's shaped like the big diamond thing.
Yeah, I'm coming up on one. I think I'm like one solar system away from one, so I got to warp one more time. But I
Yeah.
picked up something on a planet. Like I landed in a station, and it gave me a GPS signal for the nearest planet and said like there's a tomb or something here
Yeah.
that has something to do with Atlas. And I landed there, and it like I read the tomb, and it gave me some kind of blueprint. And then it didn't
Yes.
say anything else. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. So you got the blueprint before you got the Atlas stone, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I got the Atlas stone first, and now I'm trying to get the blueprint. But I have to upgrade my warp drive and find iridium, which is really maddening because I can't find it anywhere. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
so you asked me about that in the chat, and there's like I've had that same problem with a lot of other materials where I look really hard for them, like all over the place, and they must be just very rare, or only on like certain solar systems. Because, man, there's some I can't remember the name of that I've never even seen yet out of like the 4 or 5 times I've warped to like every planet I've searched.
we've got to like write an article or something. Like we each pick something that they need to patch in.
They
There's
need to patch an iridium.
patching. It's not even there, but then you need it. But anyways, how you get an Atlas pass is you get so you already have the blueprint, which
Yeah,
is like from a space anomaly. I think you just have to talk to some like aliens in this I don't know sort of structure, and then how you get the Atlas stone is it's another one of the structures, but it's sort of in a diamond shape, and then you'll just like hit this like I don't know this console thing, and it'll reward you with an Atlas pass or not an Atlas pass, Atlas stone, and then from that you can make an Atlas pass with iridium and what's it? I think copper is the other thing. Um,
yeah.
yeah, so I have the copper, no problem, but iridium is super hard to find.
I
Uh,
was
yeah,
gonna ask you too. I know like Michael just kind of brought this up in the chat recently. He was talking about how people really like the way like the stories revealed in this game.
yeah,
Um, kind of by like passing by those what are they call like those structures basically.
hmm
You get up like little pieces of story and from like talking
right,
to Intelligent Life, and he was kind of saying like how like he didn't understand like why do people like this, because like it's basically the same as like how Souls and a few other games display the story. Like do you care for like the story so far, like how the way they display it like in this game?
I mean, like I guess not because it's so vague. I really don't know what's going on. Because
Yeah.
like it's an interesting mechanic how you have to like you travel around these worlds and you find like these like obelisks or like ruins and you can learn new words from these like alien language that sort of help you piece together what people are saying. But I still don't know enough that I'm like that I know what's going on. And in the
Yeah.
beginning, they might as well just not say anything because you can't understand them.
I haven't really got much story. Like I get those stones that give me language, and like there was one I think it was Corvex or something. Like I learned like probably hundreds of words, and I still come across Intelligent Life where I know like two of the words they're saying, and everything else is gibberish.
Mm.
It'll just say like brain insert, and then it'll say like the alien's trying to insert like a disc into your head or something. Like, oh my god, like, like what do I do? But like none of that's really given me like I don't feel like I've picked up really on any of the story, so I'm not really sure where like some of you guys in the chat were saying like you've come across some pieces of the story that you thought were very
Yeah, no,
interesting.
Kyle says that, and I don't really understand what he's talking about because
Unless
I
that's
mean
like
he's
part of the
further
story.
in the game than me for sure, but
Maybe that's like part of the story is like all these guys just want to insert stuff into my head because like that's all like every time I come across someone, it's like they're trying to like shove something into my head or in my arm or something.
What do you do in that situation? Where
I
like
usually
something wants to insert something in your head,
You
And
just
the
let them,
only,
and then they'll
and,
give you
yeah,
something.
the only words you don't know yes or no. You know brain and insert. So you're just saying brain, and they're like, okay, let's go for it. And you're like,
Well,
no, insert, insert.
Insert.
And it's like, no, please.
yeah. Well, it gives you options. Like it'll say like, do
Oh,
you let them do it or do you not? Do you
Yeah,
say stop? Stuff like it'll give you three options, and
those are interesting.
I always let them do it. But it seems like that's always the wrong thing. Like it's like, oh, you got hurt really bad, and like my health like decreases by half, and I was like, holy crap! Like I thought like he'd like reward me for like taking my DNA or
I
something, but
say,
no.
yeah. The next thing you're gonna find is like the word for like immense pain, and
Yeah, no,
it's
there
gonna
was one that
It's
was
fine.
like it was like this giant structure that I think it would like give you a word if you got it right, but it was like insert your hand into the hole in the object and there's lava, and then I
Oh, it
was
sounds
like,
like
what do you
Silent
do?
Hill.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I'm just gonna keep going. I guess that's what
yeah.
you're supposed to do, fight through the pain, and then it just
Yeah.
like takes away my health. I'm just like,
Oh,
okay,
Yeah.
it's like your
Yeah.
arm was crushed in the rock structure.
It seems like you should always do the opposite of what you're feeling with this game because it never seems like the choice is the obvious choice, which is really weird. I don't know.
Uh, but yeah, so I thought of the perfect game, guys. No
Okay.
Man's Sky has inspired me. The perfect space game.
Destiny.
No. Well,
Oh,
yes. It
Math blaster.
mixes four things: No Man's Sky, Destiny, Mass Effect, and The Witness.
okay.
Did you? But didn't you say you didn't play The Witness yet?
No, but I just think if they had puzzles around, that would make these things way
Okay.
more easy, way more interesting than these like word
Things aren't
puzzles that
looking
are
good. What's
wrong.
what's the? Is there a name for this game, or are you just?
Ah. How can I mix all the names together?
It's too much. You should just call
Like
it too much.
Too much.
the
Yeah.
last witness, the
Maybe
last man witnesses Sky. I don't know. The last
Destiny.
mass witness of Sky.
Destiny.
6 out of 10.
Oh yeah, Destiny. Let's not put that one in there.
Destiny 2. They just like look at all these other games and
Yeah.
they're like, guys, like look at all these, let's just shove it into our sequel.
Yeah. Uh,
Perfect.
yeah, there are some patch things that in the news storm that we'll kind of go over later. Some stuff that they said they would add, I believe.
Multiplayer.
But yeah, it's far from perfect, but I just have it's kind of one of those games that's more fun than good. Just because there are so many like I mean, if you look at it sort of from an objective standpoint, it's really not a good game at all. But I have such a good time, just experience playing the game that I sort of overlook its issues.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I didn't expect a whole lot. Like, I just kind of expected something that I would play
Yeah,
in
no,
passing
I
for
kind
fun.
of tempered my expectations before I played it too, because I was like, man, I don't know about this.
And I think that's why I enjoyed so much. Like, I was kind of sad. Like, I looked at a lot of reviews and they were giving it like fives and sixes, and I was like, holy crap! Like, I don't think it's that bad. Like,
Yeah, I
I
think I'd
think they
probably
were
give it
kind
like
of
a 7 or something if we were doing out of 10.
yeah. I mean, I think people were like kind of expecting everything out of this game, and it was just like something that was not going to happen.
Uh,
Um, but the funny thing is too is a lot of people are looking at this as at like a technical standpoint for like a lot of its issues,
yes.
and I feel like if everybody reviewed everything as a technical standpoint, then like Bethesda games would all be like 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know, because like they don't even run right. So I don't know if people are really looking at this fairly, but I don't know. I've definitely had fun with it so far.
Yeah, but I'd like to mention that like if you have a ton of like crashes and stuff, like don't be
Mhm.
surprised because I know Mike he got like stuck in this system that's like constantly crashing.
I kind of wonder though because everybody's uploading stuff. You know, like it's actually like adding that to a giant encyclopedia. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's like times of days where it's really popular, where there's a lot of people playing at once,
Hmm.
where it's crashing for everybody. Because it seems like you guys in the chat are all saying it crashes at the same time, whereas I'll get on like very late at night or early in the morning when I'm not working or something crazy, and I don't know if nobody's playing at that time or what, but like I never like I've had it crash once on day one and that was it.
Yeah, I've had it crash twice. It crashed once the first day I played it, and it crashed yesterday when I played it. But that's it. Like I haven't really had too many issues with it. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously crashing at all isn't very good, but still. That's all I got to say about No Man's Sky, I think. Tune in next week for more No Man's Sky talk, and tune in to thegamebolt.com for John's No Man's Sky review, which is it up now? I think it is, because I'm pretty sure he posted it yesterday.
Soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, soon. Wait, what the heck?
I have no idea. By the time this
No,
goes up,
I
it'll probably
typed
be
in
there.
the gamebolt.com and it was like fruit doodle, and I was like, what is this?
Fruit
And yeah, it was like some like dialogue box that popped up.
Why
And I
didn't
was
we
like,
name
oh,
our
what's
website that?
Good point.
That would have been the
Oh, I
best.
didn't look at this site since that. Oh my gosh, this looks really cool. How did I not look at it since then? I looked at it on my phone, I guess.
Everybody listening to the podcast right now, look at the website.
Yeah, look at the website. John changed stuff, and it looks really
We
cool.
need your views.
Good job.
So,
Yeah, but his No Man's Sky review is up right now. So yeah, go check it out. I'm not going to tell you what he thinks, 'cause you got to read it. Cody, have you been playing anything?
No, I have.
Okay.
I've been playing. I don't know why I never fill out the thing. Anyway, I've been playing Dragon Quest VIII like crazy, and I don't think I have any of you guys to talk about with this. So,
Well, you've been playing
Sadly,
some Smash,
Brett
dude.
isn't.
oh yeah, I've been playing Smash Bros too, but that's completely
I haven't played Smash Bros.
irrelevant right now. I don't even want to think about that.
I got to get back on there. My Wii U has dust on it. I looked at it the other day. I was like, oh my god.
I want to get us to play Mario Kart 7 again.
Yes.
Mario Kart 8.
Whatever.
Let's all put up our 3DS.
Yeah. It all blends in.
That's all play 7. Yeah, but oh man, I'll be down for Mario Kart. We should do that.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes scheduling of GameVolt.com.
Yeah. But no, I've been playing Dragon Quest VIII. It's fun. It's coming to 3DS sometime. I don't know. They really don't talk about that too much. I'm trying to think of what you could equate it to. Well, it's the first like 3D game for an RPG series. So think of it in the same way as the way Final Fantasy VII was received. That's how Dragon Quest VIII was received for like the Dragon Quest people.
Wow.
So, but it was on PS2. It wasn't on PS1, so it looks ridiculous. Actually, was 7? I think 7 was still sprites. Anyway, it was good. It's good. I like it. I'm almost done. I'm 50 hours in, and I'm doing like a lot of stuff I don't need to do. So, but anyway.
Is that one of the PS2 titles that's also available on PS4, or is it only
I
like PC?
wish. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Because I would definitely check it out too. Because
Yeah,
I've
no,
played a
that-
couple of the games, but I don't think I've ever played 8. And if it's that highly regarded, I would
Oh
definitely.
yeah, no, 8 is like the most liked game in the series by far. And
cool.
it's totally understandable too. It has an amazing story. Like a story that to my knowledge has never been done before, but it has its kind of like fantasy tropes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the sage wizard and you know like all those kind of things. But I mean for what it is, it's great. I'm not gonna ramble too much, but it's good. 10 out of 10. Play it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Game of you.
yeah. All right.
All right. That's it for what we're playing. Now there's a big storm coming in on the horizon, and it's a new storm.
Oh, whoa.
Boom, boom, boom.
Dude, that wasn't even. I thought we were
It's like-
still. I was about to do like the onomatopoeia, like boom, and you're like.
Well, he said it was like a big storm. Like it sounded like it was bigger than normal. So I thought, oh man, a bear.
It is a big storm. There was a lot. I didn't even put everything on here just because I didn't know if we would have time.
I don't even have the thing up.
Yeah, so there was another thing that was like Destiny 2 concept art was leaked, but it's not even really concept art because you can't tell it's about Destiny until like the picture.
Actually,
cares
does
about
anybody
that?
even know what Destiny is anymore? Like,
No, I had a strange itch this week to go back and play Destiny, and I'm like, nah.
That is a strange itch.
I had a friend who wanted me to play it with him because he has nobody to play with, and he wanted to do some like weekly stuff. And I figured, yeah, I'll do it. So I downloaded like the 60 gig patch of everything, you know.
Destiny is
from
like this
before.
file size is massive. Speaking of
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, it's only like 5 gigs, which is remarkable. Because
Yeah.
Is that all server side though? You think? Maybe that's why.
I don't know, but it's pretty impressive.
But anyway, so I had a friend download a patch for him. We play, and he's like, "Dude, you gotta try out this new. It's like some Taken. Oh man, what's the thing in the? See, like I don't even know anymore. It's you know the little dungeon things you do is like 5 rounds of whatever. And
Yes.
so we did that, and
Oh, yeah,
he's like
the low side.
dude, they completely retooled it, and I'm like, oh man. He's like, it's completely different, and we got in, and it's like the same intro screen, it's the same area, and I'm like, what's different? He goes, you fight just bosses now, and I'm like, Destiny, we're doing great, guys. Like, I mean, I don't know, and he's like, dude, I can't wait for you to play Rise of Iron. I'm like, I'm not playing. He's like, but there's new content. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Everything just kind of looks the same. And you know
Yeah.
what makes me mad, though, is that with this one content, like when Taken King came out, they made it a completely new bundle for it. You know what I mean? Like it was like the definitive edition or whatever.
Yeah.
And now they're making another collection for like whatever, $60-$80.
They are?
Yeah, and it's called
Right,
the,
right.
it's called the yeah, it's called the complete edition or the collection edition
That's
or
what it has
something like
everything.
that. And it's like that's where they're making their money. You know what I mean? Just like they're probably
Yeah,
making their
'cause
money
there are
just
people
like
that buy the game 3 times.
yeah, but they're making it off of like selling the base game because like people, you know, probably end up selling and but anyway, it's ridiculous. This isn't even a news thing. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
ranting, I'm
say
sorry.
that's too much Destiny talk for me.
Yeah.
It was almost a news game. They're almost in the news storm, but I didn't put it in. Anyways, Final Fantasy 15 is delayed. It was confirmed today that the game has been delayed to wait, what the heck? This is about a movie, not hold on.
November
It's been
30th.
delayed to November 29th.
Oh, it's not
You were
30th?
close. September
Oh.
30th to November 29th.
Yeah, it was the thing that they did at that announcement, right?
Yeah.
Where they faked like it went to
Yes.
September or whatever, and then it rolled up to November 30th. And
Yeah, I
everyone's
think
like,
it like landed on November and like froze
Oh,
for a few seconds.
yeah,
Everyone's like,
that's
"Is it
what
really
it
going to
was.
be November?" And then
Yeah.
it rolled back down to like September, and everyone's like, "Yeah."
yeah, and everyone's like, the roulette predicted the real
Yeah.
launch date.
It's almost like
I
they
see
knew.
that GIF everywhere. Yeah,
It's like they knew, and then they're like, they looked at the fans' reaction, like, "Shoot, we got to like
We
come
gotta
up with
roll
something on
it
the spot."
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a GIF, right? We can roll it back.
Oh man.
Dude, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's sad because like
It is
like I
sad.
saying in the chat like I you know I usually I don't mind delays because it's like well whatever like it's almost like to be expected nowadays like every game gets delayed but like they had this huge event and they came out and they made such a big deal they're like oh this is gonna be the big event where we like reveal the big date and so then it's like they flash this big date at you and it's not even correct you know it's like it's crazy
Oh man.
Yeah, Brett was pretty crushed.
yeah
I don't know. He went through a lot of stages of grief. Like literally, he
No,
went
first
through
it was
stages
denial.
of grief.
Like
Yeah.
we're being real, it was denial when the
Yeah.
first rumor came out. He's
And
like,
now
"There's no
he's
way."
just like he's accepted it, and he's looking at so many silver linings. Right? He's like, now I can pay off my credit cards, and I'm like, Brett, Brett, come back. Like, what happened? But no, I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like the Final Fantasy
Yeah.
guy, so I really don't care at all.
To be honest, like I haven't played Final Fantasy in a long time. Like I fell out of the series for a long time. I played a lot of the older ones, like on Super Nintendo and whatnot. And then once it went 3D, I don't know what it was. Like I just couldn't get into them. Never really. I don't know. I just couldn't get into them. And then like 13 came along, and I thought like from on, I was like, oh, this game looks great. Nope. So I was like, man. I don't know, but this does look interesting. Like it's kind of sucking me back in again. Like I want to play another Final Fantasy game again, and so it did kind of bum me out because it's like, man, there's like nothing coming in September. Like this would have been great. Now it's coming out in a month when there's like a million other games coming out. So it's like, will I even play it now? I don't know.
I still love Final Fantasy, but I've just lost hope. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I joke so much about games getting delayed nowadays, and it's just it's terrible. I mean, it's not terrible that they're delayed in most instances, but it's terrible that this is what it's become. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For like just game developers to say a date and then delay it to the actual date. And it's just like, I don't know. I I don't want to rant because I could, but I think no. I think that this better be the end of the line. You know what I mean? Like, if it goes past November, I don't know what will happen. I mean, there'll be like riots. I think.
Probably.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Anarchy.
There's one person from school I haven't talked to in years, and she was a massive Final Fantasy fan, and I had her on Twitter for some reason, and like yesterday she was tweeting nothing but like she was retweeting like tweets like, this is all just rumors, this can't be true, yada yada yada, and tons of like she retweeted probably like 40 or 50 tweets and like literally in one night, and then today happened, she just tweeted out like, I've lost all hope. And I was like, oh god. But
Oh man.
no, it's ridiculous. But I hope that it's for a good reason. But
Yeah.
I hope this is
I'm
where
sure.
it ends.
Yeah.
I hope there's no more delays for this game, or it's
Maybe they delayed it for Final Fantasy VR.
maybe they delayed it so they can make another one in its place. Like Final Fantasy 4 or 15 to versus.
They bring back verses. They're like, oh wait, guys, they like changed the title back to what was it like
Versus?
Yeah. They bring it back to like E3 and they change the title back. Oh, it'd be amazing.
Anyways, next up on the news storm, a Nintendo patent is supporting the detachable controller rumor that came out a couple weeks ago. So a newly published Nintendo patent seems to lend credence to a recent report that stated that NX system will feature detachable controllers. The patent, as discovered by NeoGAF, was filed with the United States Patent Office in January 2016, following a related filing in Japan last year. Essentially, it describes an accessory that can be attached to the outside of an information processing device, end quote, based on accompanying illustrations. It's talked about a sort of controller that can be attached to the main device when needed.
So for those at home listening on Podbean or whatever, give us a visual description of how this works.
So, it looks...
I can't wait.
Wait, this looks so weird.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
that's why
I didn't even look at it before. Like, all right. So imagine the gamepad for the Wii U, but take off the buttons and put the buttons on detachable sticks on the ends of the gamepad.
That's literally like my thought process on it too. I was like, do you just like?
How would you? How would you even hold that?
I don't get
Supposedly, the technology in it works the same as the boat. Like it clips on and uses like the same processing, technology that the boat used on the regular 3DS to pick up the external clip-on devices.
Did you say the boat?
The boat.
Well, you know how everyone called that thing like the boat? Like you put like the 3DS.
I don't know.
Everyone called the NX the boat.
No, I don't know
man,
what
like
you're talking about.
every forum you go on, like people always refer to that thing as the boat.
Wait, what? What is
It looks
it?
like that. It looks like the 3DS is sitting in like a little boat.
Oh, the charging station.
No,
Oh,
not the charging station.
Jason,
what do you call it? The extra thumbstick that
okay.
used for a Monster Hunter. Like, yeah, everybody calls that thing the boat.
Wow.
I had no idea.
Yeah, you never heard of that?
No.
Really?
You're like, use the same processor thing as the boat, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought that was another Nintendo code word.
Yeah. No, it's like another patent.
Yeah.
It's like a boat console.
Yeah.
It's a hybrid.
Oh my god. But no, it looks
It looks
so is it
pretty
going to be
stupid.
like is it going to be two wireless nunchucks that you hold in your hand, or is it going to be
No. Let me read on.
I don't know, it looks kind of gross.
It looks like I don't even understand how you're supposed to hold it. Like, it does not look comfortable at all. The first rumored the whole illustrations that they showed look actually okay. I mean, because it was just you take off the sides of the gamepad, but the screens. This one has the sticks on the actual screen, which doesn't make sense.
I don't think the illustrations ever show what the actual product look like. Looks like, because I
What
know
if,
like a
what if
lot of
Nintendo files a patent for something and it looks completely different? And the patent office is like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
well, that actually is like that's an actually strategy that a lot of companies
Is it
use that
really? Oh, they
I've read
file
about. Yeah,
false
where like
patents or
I didn't
whatever?
know that.
they fatten like fake ones that are
Yeah.
like it literally is something they're putting out, but it looks radically different from what they're doing to like throw people off. So like competitors get all confused and stuff, or they try to copy and it's like, haha, we beat you. We're actually doing this instead.
Wait,
So it's actually like a strategy they use.
Grant, this thing that. Okay, so I didn't look at the article before we started talking about this, for those of you at home. I thought this was something completely different, and now I really don't understand how this works. Wait, there's some guy playing rock, paper, scissors. What?
Yeah, that's so.
Wait, there is.
Around the same time they made this patent, they made the. We were talking about this a little bit before the podcast, but
Yeah.
they made another patent where it uses infrared to pick up hand signals. So you can actually do like hand signals, and it picks it up somehow, the device, to do in-game stuff.
Now I have a question. This is meant to be able to be played like away from the TV, right? Like almost like a handheld console hybrid. Just for the sake of this, we'll call it that, right?
Mhm.
Can you imagine being in public, like waving at your, like playing rock paper scissors with your handheld?
Yeah.
And, you know,
Well,
like I don't know.
And like the first time the patent showed that, they showed someone playing baseball, and it showed someone almost like throwing their fist at the screen, and I was like, oh my god, people are gonna like break their screen, like
Yeah.
you know, throwing a curveball or something, you know, like I don't know.
By the way, my outburst, I'm sorry for YouTube, GameSpot video just randomly started playing.
Oh.
But,
Oh.
yeah, but I don't know, this, we'll see. I guess, like, with all things Nintendo right now, I don't believe any of it. I do,
Yeah.
but I just, you know, like, I'm gonna wait, but...
Well, I remember like the
So
rumors
weird.
coming out for the 3DS ahead of time saying that it was going to do 3D without glasses, and everyone was like, no way.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think that's the one thing they could drop. Like, nobody plays with the 3D slider up anymore. I feel like
No,
that's just
yeah.
kind of an added expense that they could easily drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Speaking of boats, I got nothing.
Oh? Oh.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah,
Oh,
I
you
mean,
could
Neo
put
kind of
some-
sounds like an underwater sort of word.
No.
The
No.
PlayStation event is selling its way in.
Yeah, but
Soon.
Sony is sailing in a PS4 Neo at their PlayStation event in September that they just revealed.
What
Shuhei's
event-
going to come in on a boat, selling into the auditorium.
Yeah.
I've got the Neo, guys.
Following reports that Sony would unveil its new upgraded PS4 in September, the company has officially sent invitations to the media. The PlayStation meeting, as Sony calls it, takes place on September 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern. It will be held in the PlayStation Theater in New York, though I didn't know that existed. The PlayStation Theater?
Yeah.
Sony
No, I
doesn't.
don't know.
Sony doesn't explicitly say what it'll be showing, but it's hard to imagine it won't be the rumored console unveiling.
So
Oh.
wait, this headline you put says PlayStation event in September for a possible Neo, but there's no confirmation on it.
No. But, I mean, you have to assume that's what it
I wonder
is.
if they're just unveiling a new Crash game. Like
Oh, dude.
That'd be bigger news.
Yeah.
we're putting Spyro in Skylanders, and everybody's like, "What? That's what Skylanders is. What's happening?"
We're putting Spyro in Crash.
Yes. Who's in Skylanders?
Isn't the NX rumored for the same month? What if like they were just like, hey, let's make it portable together? It would be like my ultimate dream.
No.
Like the Vita failed, so like Nintendo is just like, dude, let's like make a console
Dude,
together.
Neo and X, they both start with the same letter.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Good
shit,
point.
It's
It's gonna
the same thing.
And they all have something to do with boats?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
They just call that's the actual like the code word like on reveals, and it's the boat.
Best of all time.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there. I guess it's not really too huge news, but I guess now we know when the Neo's going to be revealed. Next up, speaking of the letter N, No Man's Sky could change on Neo.
You, we were just talking about the Neo, and instead of transitioning with the Neo, you transition with the letter N. What?
Yeah, you make a solid point there.
Yeah.
I guess I just wasn't really I
No,
was
it's
reading
fine.
it. Well, you see, I was reading.
We
I
all
was
slip
reading.
up
Here's my
time
explanation.
to time.
So I was reading it on the list from the front, and the first thing that popped up was No Man's Sky. I was like, "What? How am I supposed to connect this?" And I was like, "The
No,
letter N."
it's fine. It's fine.
So
I'll
yeah,
forgive you. So
uh,
what's the deal?
yeah. So the deal is, No Man's Sky is already an ambitious game, but what if it ran on more powerful hardware, such as the Neo? Hello Games
Would it
director Sean
still
Murray
crash?
told the Daily Star that putting No Man's Sky on a better hardware would fundamentally change the experience. So yes, Cody. Uh, in the interview, Murray explained why No Man's Sky is uniquely positioned to benefit from a release on such a console. Quote, if you play another game and if they do a remaster of that game, what they will do is up-res textures and things like that. That's because the base geometry, the base shape of the world, the way of playing it, the way of playing is totally like Lost, basically. Hundreds of people have worked on it, thousands of hours to create what you see. For our game, it's procedurally generated, so more powerful hardware doesn't just mean upgraded textures or higher frame rate. It means we can fundamentally change the experience. Uh, with more powerful hardware, we can have more trees, more lease on those trees, density and immersion of worlds.
I feel like this isn't leading to anything.
Worlds would exist. So here's the thing I wanted to get to.
Okay.
So he continued on in a blog post on Monday. He said,
It took him that long to finish this.
I had to scroll down some.
Oh my god.
He said, if you hoped for things like PvP multiplayer or city building, piloting freighters, or building civilizations, that isn't what an NMS is. Over time, it might become some of those things through updates. Two of those things, freights and base building, are on the way. So they've confirmed that they're going to patch in freights and base building.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
When he said like adding more trees, I just thought how stupid because I already like there's areas where I can't even land because there's too many trees. Like when I push square to land, it says like cannot
like,
initiate
flies me
land sequence
easily.
because there's too many objects in the way. So like I definitely don't want more trees.
I didn't read this before. I just skipped to the end of it because it was like we
Yeah,
can
it was
fundamentally
kinda-
change the
yeah.
experience, and then it was like we can have more trees.
Yeah, dude, they could add boats.
But yeah, so I thought we'd take this time.
Grant doesn't give a crap. Oh,
Yeah, so
boy.
other than boats, let's all say something they should patch into No Man's Sky that isn't just like a boring thing like
Bug
actually
fixes.
fix the game.
Oh. I said bug fixes.
So I'll go first if you guys have nothing.
Okay.
They need to add. Oh man, wait, what? I thought of something earlier. It was really good. What was it? I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I said it in chat. I said they need to add like storage space in the space station so you can like store items and not have to like sell them when your inventory's full. Because they might come important later on when you're trying to craft something.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess what do I want? I don't know. I want aliens that say more than "Can I insert this object into your head?" I don't know. That's all I want.
Okay.
I want.
What do you want? You haven't even played it, but tell me what you want.
No, never mind. No, it's
Boats,
probably just
boats,
gonna be
boats.
some
Yeah, just say
smart
you want
remark.
boats.
Yeah, okay. I want boats.
Alright. Moving
I
on.
want space boats.
Speaking of
Let's go to
PS4.
wait. Let's go to change.org. We need to make a petition on this and send it to
Space
Hello
boats.
Games. We want space boats.
Yeah, let's start an online petition. Everyone
Yeah.
listens to this. Speaking of PS4, PS4 Update 4.0 is out to beta users,
I have a
and
headache.
there are some features that have already shown up. What?
Oh god. No, go ahead and what's the update say?
Okay. Yeah, so Sony's John Collar outlined some of the new features for the update, which includes a UI refresh, more
No,
organization.
I saw that earlier. What does that mean, you think? Like that you can refresh the UI? Or
I mean, I guess
that,
it's
that
sort of
sounds
a little bit
dumb,
like
so
it looks
obviously.
different.
Okay. Like
Uh,
that makes the most sense, but just like a UI, like you'd think you'd say a new refreshing UI, not a
Yeah.
UI refresh.
Like
I
you
don't
can
know,
just
I guess.
refresh it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand. I'm like, that's a really weird way to
What
word
if they
that.
I
what
feel
if
like
they
that's
just put
just
like a
in like
refresh button in the corner or
Yeah.
something?
I'm saying I feel like this is just like an easier way for like
No,
PlayStation
yeah.
support to like get rid of things, and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this problem with my PS4. Did you try
Yeah,
refreshing?
just refresh
Yeah.
it.
It's like a page refresh.
Uh,
Perfect.
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that, they're gonna add folders, which is pretty cool.
That was
People have
something
been
the
shouting
PS3
about
had,
it.
yeah, for like ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What happened?
well, it took them a while. Updates to the quick menu screen. I didn't wait. The quick menu screen.
I'm assuming the quick
Oh,
menu is
that's
like
what it
just
looks
the
like.
PlayStation button thing.
So yeah. So if you
Oh, is
hold
there a
it,
picture?
that's the quick menu. Yeah, there's a picture of it in the
Oh
article.
snap! Oh,
So it
it's
only
on
pops
screen.
up to like a I don't know, like a quarter of the screen, and it's on the
Oh
left
god,
side.
it looks like Xbox,
It looks pretty cool.
but it looks like Xbox
It looks
One.
pretty cool. And more. So yeah, that's all they have confirmed right now, but I'm sure there's gonna be more
I do
stuff.
kind of like it though.
I like it.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks like
But
Xbox.
folders is a big deal.
Okay.
It's a big deal.
All right.
Speaking of PS4 again, it sold less than the Xbox One during July,
What
despite
happened?
an impending Xbox One S launch, which is pretty surprising, actually.
Even No
'cause, I mean,
Man's
like, you
Sky
figure-
couldn't topple Xbox One. What happened?
No Man's Sky wasn't out until August,
Oh,
so no.
sorry.
But yeah, so it was kind of surprising to me, just because Xbox One S coming out in August, you'd figure people wouldn't buy an Xbox One like the month before the new one comes out. But I mean, I guess they did. Because
What
it's
didn't
out
come out in
PS4.
July for PlayStation?
What didn't?
Yeah, like, was there anything big that was going to come out and then didn't?
I don't think so.
I wonder if it's just because of the crazy price drop. Like it dropped all the way down to 2 something, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it did.
Oh,
Yeah, so I can't imagine. Like, I mean, that must have really pushed units when people saw that.
But yeah, it outsold it for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, ever since
That
what
happened
was,
since last October.
yeah, it was like when Halo launched, wasn't it? It was like that
Yeah.
month and then like never again. Yeah,
Speaking of Halo, I've only played Halo like twice.
okay.
Not
I don't blame you.
Whoa, it wasn't
big
that
fan of
bad.
the Halo.
It was
Well,
pretty
it wasn't
bad,
terrible, but
yeah.
I've never been like a big Halo
No,
guy.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, I got
I've
it
had
for free
yeah,
because it was like a 2 for. I think I bought Rise of the Tomb Raider, Fallout 4, and that came for
Mario
free.
Maker. Was that?
Oh my god, that epic debate
Yeah.
of whatever.
Go watch episode 22 of the Game Bolt podcast. I don't know.
No, it was definitely later. So you
Yeah.
check out episode like 40,
40.
episode 40 of the Game Up podcast.
it was the PSX one, I think.
Go to episode 40 and tell us if we actually talk about Christmas
Yeah.
stuff.
I can tell you for a fact 40 was PSX because I remember
Oh, was it
filming that
really?
one down.
Go
Yeah.
to episode 39.
Well, go to episode 40 and then go to another one.
I mean, like, while you're there, you might as well just listen to all of them.
Just,
Yeah.
just tell us which episode it is.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to tell us what episode
Comment
it
in the
was.
comment section and tell
Yeah,
us.
no
Yeah.
one's going to say that.
Yeah.
Despite our massive viewership.
Dude, this next one is something. Whenever you're on, there's always something Rocket League. Is that a you thing, or like, are you the person who puts the Rocket League stuff on, or is it just a coincidence?
Well, you see, I feel like it's sort of my fault, but there's always Rocket League stuff when I scroll through.
Okay.
So it's half my fault, I would like to say.
I think you're searching it in Google and clicking on feeling lucky and then, like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm picking
Take
up
it
news
off.
stories from, like, there's nothing new, so it's from, like, 6 months ago that I just never put on here.
So what
Okay.
is this? Are they adding the Rumble feature finally?
Have
to
you
Rocket
seen the
League?
trailer to this?
No.
oh, is this
It
the
looks
Nintendo
great.
64 Rumble Pack? Are they letting you use
Yeah.
that?
Unfortunately not.
Dang.
But Rocket League is getting a Rumble mode.
Yeah.
Psyonix
talking
is... Well, yeah, we didn't say the title of the news story. Man, we're tired today. Psyonix's hit soccer with cars game Rocket League continues to evolve. During the Rocket League Championship in Hollywood today, the developer announced a new...
Hollywood?
I guess so.
Holy crap, man. It's like
Uh,
FIFA, what's happening?
yeah, it's really big.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Anyways, they announced a new Rumble mode for the multi-platform indie game. The mode, which will be free when it arrives in September, is described as an epic battle royale where players can make use of randomized power-ups, which is really cool. One of the power-ups is called the boot. It kicks an opponent's car. Another is called a haymaker. It punches the ball. There are other things. It's like it freezes the ball. It like pulls you towards it. So yeah,
Where do we
it's
go
sort
from
of-
here?
I don't know,
Rocket League space.
Dude, Rocket League boats.
guys. I thought of it. So add in Rocket League to that other game that I mixed a ton of ones earlier,
No
and
Man's
then add
Sky.
boats, and then that's it.
Oh.
That's the
That's
game.
what I want in No Man's Sky Rocket League.
Yeah.
That's what patch it in, guys.
Match Rocket League to No Man's
Yeah.
Sky. But yeah, so it adds a bunch of like pretty crazy power-ups that will, I don't know, I guess just add a new twist on the gameplay, which sounds pretty interesting to me.
Great.
I know none of
Can't
you
wait.
guys care
No, I can't wait.
about my feelings, but it's okay. We'll just keep going.
Okay.
To talk about the biggest news story of the week.
Oh, shoot.
Pokemon Snap is coming to Wii U Virtual Console.
I never thought I'd see. I don't think anybody thought they'd see the day. Even, and like I was telling Jason, this isn't even like a remake. This isn't, like a second game. This is just the original Pokemon Snap. And like I was telling Jason, they're probably like at Nintendo right now, and they're finally getting like all these pleas, and they're like, please, we want a Pokemon Snap game on the Wii U. And at Nintendo, they're like, we can put Pokemon Snap on Wii U. And they're like, no, we want a
do it.
new game. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I love Pokemon Snap. I just absolutely love that game. So I got really excited when I saw it was on here because I had not heard that yet. But then my excitement just dropped because I looked at my drawer like a few minutes ago. And I was like, holy crap, I still have that on the 64. Like, I don't even need to buy it. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this was what, like 4 years too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
They
what
just,
happened.
I don't know. I miss
And like I think you were saying before too, like it would have been smarter on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Definitely, like why the Wii U? Like I don't really want to sit in front of my
Why
TV and play
now?
it. Like
Yeah, the Wii
Yeah.
U doesn't have a boat.
yeah, I think there was a boat in Pokemon
Yeah,
Snap. They
there
wrote
is.
on in like the second or
there?
third level. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just remember like the Kangaskhan. I would try to get it at the end of the first level. That's the one
Everybody
Pokemon I
remembers
remember.
Kangaskhan. Those were the days. You remember taking it to Toys R Us to get it, like, to get pictures off it? I never did that. I always wanted to.
my buddy did that.
Really?
didn't.
And
Do that.
yeah, I remember they looked terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were all like brown and gross and stuff. And it's like, dude, look at these. Like, I took them in the game.
I always remembered.
They were brown and gross.
There was a
Yeah.
place I'd go, like a forum on the internet when I was really young, and it was, I don't even remember what it was called. It had something to do with Pokemon though, and there was always some guy like at the top thread that they like stickied, and he's like, I bought one of those kiosks, and he's like, like email or not email, mail me your cartridges and I'll print them out for you, and I'm like, I need this. I always wanted to mail him to him. Because he's like, I used to work at whatever, and they closed down, and they let me have it, and I was like, I need this so bad, but it never happened.
Dude,
Anyway,
he's just like stealing people's cartridges and like selling them
Yeah.
on the black market or
Yeah.
something.
yeah, I don't know about the black market, but like right next to the guns and the and the other things, they have a
That's
big
good.
case of Pokemon Snap. The guns and the drugs.
I've lost control.
Oh man,
Anyways, I don't know if you guys are up for it, but I got a last minute we can do.
let's
if you
do
want.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to post this link in Skype chat, which
How long
is
this?
the
We only got 15 minutes going. That's rare.
yeah, it is. I thought it felt longer, you know.
Yeah.
No.
But anyways, we can do this real quick. So in the Skype chat, I will post you a link to the release schedules for this whole year. We're going to pick 3 games from October and November. If you could only pick 3 games, you're going to pick 3 games.
So
Okay?
games that we would buy.
Yeah, so if you could only pick 3 games
There's so many words on
from
this.
October and November,
Oh Lord.
Wow,
then you
what
choose
the
one.
hell? Are these like all the crappy games too?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
scroll down.
Jetpack
Because there's
Fighter
way
iOS.
less later
Yeah.
in the year. Because they put all the bad ones out early.
Criminal Girls 2 Party Favors for the Vita.
Hey, don't sleep on Box Boy 2.
Oh shoot. Did you
Wait,
say
is Box Boy
October?
on this?
No. Well, I mean, I bet it is.
Oh,
Paper
dude, that's-
Mario Color Splash. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, so
Or-
just to list off some of the ones that are coming out: Gears of War 4. Let's see here, Battlefield 1.
So wait, are these your choices?
No, I'm just listing off
What are you
some.
doing?
The Last Guardian, just so the people at home know, they don't have the list.
Oh, okay.
Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim Special Edition.
Wow, what happened in December? There's only 3.
It's-
Holy crap!
I mean, we can include December if you want.
Something fell off.
Yeah, South Park though.
I suppose.
But
I
yeah,
want World War Tunes. I don't even know what that is.
Oh man, that actually
Okay.
looked kind of great.
Does it?
guys,
Yeah.
I don't think I should have posted this link in there.
So wait,
So many
what's-
games.
So
Never-
pick 3 games from October through December.
movie
that I
guy.
want or that I don't want?
Like if you could only play 3 of the games from October through December, you pick
I
3.
can't. Okay, I'll tell you what. I already know mine.
Okay, you go first.
I kind of know mine. First one's Dragon Quest Builders. That's really fun. I played the Japanese demo. I actually streamed it like a few months ago. And aside from not knowing what to do, it's really fun. But I don't know, it's Minecrafty with like a bit of combat thrown into it. If that makes any sense. Overhead.
Interesting.
And then that's it. No, and then Pokemon. But that's really I can't even find a third one.
Okay,
I'm not interested.
Where are
in
the
Titanfall or
October
that.
games on this list? Like I'm just seeing January.
just
You
scroll
gotta go
down.
way far down.
Yeah, you got to go way
Oh, are you
down.
serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Oh,
why.
so that was from this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is all 2016, but just use the last 3 months.
But like I
Feel
said,
bad for this
there's
poor
like-
soul that had to put this together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I do
Criminal
too.
Girls 2 Party Favors. Let's not forget about that.
I'm gonna pick
Wait, how come we can't pick September? Because I'd pick Dragon Quest 7.
because it's alright. Fine. Pick this September too.
Dragon Quest 7, Dragon Quest Builders, and Pokemon.
Let's just do August too while we're at it.
Okay. Oh,
I'll go ahead and say mine.
can I pick Final Fantasy 15?
Yes.
That's coming out sometime
You
this
can.
year, right? No,
be
Builders
pushed.
7, and yeah, it might be pushed back. Oh no!
Might have to go with World of Final Fantasy. Sorry, Go.
So I'm just gonna name mine now.
If that doesn't get pushed back,
I'm gonna go with Watch Dogs 2,
okay,
Battlefield 1,
okay.
and let's see here. Let's go up to September because we just added that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sonic Boom's on there. Do you want that?
Honestly, it might be Skyrim.
Oh, I thought you were. You're like, honestly, it might be. Like,
It might be
Sonic-
Sonic.
Oh man, dude, Yokai Watch is on here.
Oh my god.
Pac-Man Championship Edition. What does that even mean?
What does that mean? What does it mean?
I don't know. Championship Edition? That's crazy.
And while we're at it, let's just read off some of the weirdest games we can find on this list.
I mean, we're only 54 minutes. And Jason, what is your top 3 picks
Oh.
of 2016?
Shoot. Last Guardian.
Okay. I hear Last
Uh,
Guardians.
Is that on here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep,
I
it's
forgot
under,
about I don't know. I'm
when
just
is it?
not really excited
October.
for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just excited because I love the other 2 games, and
Yeah.
I don't expect it's going to be anywhere close just because it was in development
Now-
hell, but
Hopefully, I can ask you this without hurting your feelings. Do you think it's going to get delayed?
No.
I don't think
I
it's
feel
going to
like-
get delayed.
I feel like we haven't heard anything about it.
That's a good
Yeah,
news.
but they've been saying that they don't want to release more than like that very early footage they showed because there's so much in there that like they just don't want to spoil. Like even that second trailer they showed and everyone was freaking out. They're like, "You lie." So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's because they're gonna push it. I think it really is coming out. They just don't want to like spoil anything in that game.
Well,
And
I
I
mean,
think honestly too,
I
it
hope
probably does
so.
have a lot of problems because it was in
Yeah.
development now. So I don't think it's. I think it's gonna probably review poorly. But there's part of me that's still like, I just want to play that so bad
No,
because I
yeah,
was looking ago.
yeah, that's why I hope it doesn't get pushed back. But I don't know. I've been hurt before.
Yeah. Hopefully, Pokemon Sun and Moon doesn't get pushed because I'm looking forward to
That
that.
would kill me. I think I'd probably just
Oh my!
crumble
Speaking of
over.
Pokemon Sun and Moon,
Yes.
I didn't know the starters for that game. I looked them up like last week. Those are the stupidest looking starter Pokemon of all time.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I really like them,
What?
except for like Poplio, which I don't
I
think
only
is-
like the grass one, but dude, that buff cat one, stage 3 Litten, looks ridiculous. He's actually my favorite, I promise.
Like
Yeah.
No
I guess my
joke.
problem with them is they don't look like starters.
No, they do. They look really generic.
Like they look like
Not
just
generic.
Pokemon you would find around.
I don't know.
Especially the owl. The owl doesn't look like a starter at all. Because you wouldn't guess that it was grass type. I'd guess that it's normal.
Well,
Just
so
saying.
wait, Grant. What was your 3 games?
My 3 get Watch Dogs 2.
Okay, because I saw Watch Dogs 2 on here. I'm like, I don't think you said that, and you're like
Yeah,
all over it. You're like the pre-hipster of Watch Dogs 2. Like,
I
Like-
am conducting the Watch
Yeah.
Dogs 2 hype train.
yeah. So, so Jason, you have The Last Guardian.
Yeah, Pokemon Sun and Moon,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go with Riggs because that game looks really awesome. I think it's like
Oh, is
way
that
under
the
everyone's
VR
radar.
game?
Yeah, it's like a shooter, but you're like playing basketball with yourself. Like
Like
you're
the
literally
one,
like,
right?
yeah, you're like,
Wait, is that
You're like
on
a-
here?
it should be. If it's not, it's coming out. It's launching with PlayStation VR.
Oh, okay.
So you're like a robot, and it's like team versus team, and you're trying to like jump through these hoop. Like every time you jump through a hoop, you get a point, but you can like shoot each other. You want to blow up the other team before they jump through the hoop. So I don't
So
know.
is
There's
this
something
gonna be
about
like
that.
an online game?
Yeah, it's online VR game.
Oh God,
Yeah, so I don't know. It
that's
sounds
weird.
you,
Like,
you
that's
might be
not
able to play it.
bad, but
I wonder if you can play it without VR though. Like what scares me is like I saw the game coming out and I really wanted to like just play like the
Yeah.
regular version without VR, but I saw like it has like PSVR on the top, like almost like you have to have a VR device to play
Oh
that game.
yeah.
So that would kind of bum me out if that's the case. But I don't know. It looks
What
fun.
if they delay PlayStation VR?
It's not gonna happen.
That's what this whole event is. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna have like a Final Fantasy like event where they like roll back a clock, but it's gonna go like forward.
Oh,
They got
dude,
another
I
one.
hope so. I'd actually laugh, really. Like, that'd be great. Not actually, it'd be terrible, but
That would be great. What-
I mean, like the fact of it sounds hilarious. I think
I want like Shu to just come out and say like you can change your name and then just drop the mic and walk off. And that's the whole
you
event.
can change your name.
You can change your name. And
I
then
hope,
it's
yeah, like
you don't
he
need the
has
fine
a
print, like for $100 a person.
he's doing like stage demos, and he has like Shuhei PSN as his name, and then like after they show a game, it shows his account name, and it's like Shuhei get wrecked. And they're like, "Did you guys see that? You can change names now."
I think we should go
Amazing.
ahead and end
Yeah, I
this
think we
episode
should
of the
probably still.
podcast. The official podcast at GameWolf.com. Check out the site. It's got a lot of stuff on there,
Check it
such
out.
as a new look and John's No Man's Sky review. And I don't know why I closed the page earlier. And yeah. What else does it have on there, Cody? Do you know?
No,
What?
I can check though. I think John. I don't see.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna say this, and
No, I've got
John's-
it. We Happy Few
Oh.
Impressions by Brett. I forgot about that. I don't know if you guys said Jason's Abzu review last week. Probably did.
Couldn't
Well,
tell.
it's not even your, is it? I think
Yeah, it is.
What's
It is
that?
Jason's.
it wasn't there like a collaboration on the Abzu review.
Jake had to drop out, so I ended up reviewing it.
Oh, okay, got it. But yeah, check out that. check out the site.
The old Overwatch giveaway
It's
article's
good
on
for
here.
you.
We're not giving away Overwatch, but it's on here.
Yeah,
If
you
you
can
want
check it out.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
you
a-
can check out
There was a good video made for it, I think. But
10 games you should play before fall by Thomas Camden.
yeah.
That's actually a good idea. Do
Check
that.
out the
Read that
social
article.
media
It's
links and click them.
a good article. Yeah. TheGamebolt.com. Yeah, check it out. We got a lot of stuff up there. Anyways, where can we find you on Twitter, Cody?
I don't know.
Cody, I just wait because every time I feel like you say something different.
I don't know. I gotta like think of these ahead of time. It was funny, but now I can't. I'm not original anymore. I don't know if I was
Follow him
original to
at
begin with.
Boats.
No. Remember that old rocket arm thing we did?
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Man, I wish we still like titled podcast episodes about like
Knock,
just
knock.
some random stuff instead of the actual thing we talk
I
about.
remember photoshopping pictures for Jake to like send to like Kojima and like Greg Miller, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is so stupid.
Remember, like, Kyle hopped in the chat and he's like, "Who the hell is this guy? He just sent me a thing that just says knock knock." It's amazing.
The only person I think we fooled with that was Kyle, and I think Brett was wondering too. He's like, "Who's this rocket arm guy?"
Oh man, no,
But you
I.
follow me at Whiteock Vader.
What did you call the podcast episode last week again? Or it wasn't last week. I think it was the week before.
A Lola hype?
Yeah,
A Lola hype.
yeah, and then the thumbnail for that was pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, I had fun.
Yeah,
with
check out the last podcast.
No, not the last.
that. just look
The
at
Oh,
the
last
check
one.
out episode 73 and 74 of the Game Bolt podcast.
Why don't you check out all of the episodes of the Game
Yeah.
podcast?
Oh, and remember to
search
go
for
back
which
and,
one-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell us which one that was.
yeah.
Can't
What was
remember.
it?
Just give us a bunch of views. Just
Oh.
go through them.
Talk
my
about tell tell us what
Jason.
episode.
Jason, where can we find you on Twitter? We gotta end this.
You can find me at boats at twitter.com.
Good.
Okay.
Some guy called Boats is probably not actually going to get a message.
You can follow me at I don't know, Grant Ram 3. I guess I'll be the boring one. You can follow the site at _GameBolt. That's all I got for you this week. Luckily, we'll be back next week with a new episode. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys later. See ya.
Say.